Live on the campus of Trinity Christian Academy as the junior varsity Conquerors are ready to take on one of their biggest rivals in all of sports and high school sports here at Trinity, the Eagles of the Episcopal School of Jacksonville. The junior varsity team is down on Trinity Ball Yard, and we're just a couple of moments away from the first pitch as you see big lefty freshman Canyon James on the mound for the Conquerors. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, and as always, Dean Bureau working the camera for us this afternoon. In this junior varsity matchup, it's a split squad, by the way. These young men you see out there are about to take on the Episcopal Eagles, and a number of junior varsity Conquerors have gone down to West Orange with Coach Gil Morales and the varsity team, as well as they're going to take on West Orange in a junior varsity and a varsity matchup, which will come a little bit later on tonight. The JV Conquerors come into today's action with a record of 3 wins and 4 losses, led by Mr. Jeff Martin and former Conqueror player Rollin Layton, a graduate of Trinity Christian Academy just a couple of years ago. He has returned this season to help on the coaching staff under Coach Gil Morales. Rollin was a member of the 2015 Class 4A state champion Conquerors team, and we're very glad that he made his way back over to Trinity and is able to pass on his experience and leadership to the younger Conquerors as he helps Coach Jeff Martin this afternoon and all season long. Hello to the fans coming in. Still plenty of time to get on over to Trinity Christian Academy. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon. Temperatures in the low 80s. Blue skies mostly above us, a few clouds up in the atmosphere. And let's go ahead and get you the starting lineups. Leading off for Episcopal, the shortstop, number 25, Connor McGarity. Batting second is the catcher, number 11, Caden McGarity. Batting third in left field, number 47, Colby Maloney. Cleanup man is the first baseman, number 31, Nolan Nickerson. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 10, Cab McIver. Batting sixth at second base, number 38, Luke Shanahan. In center field, batting seventh, number 8, Clayton Hodges. Batting eighth is the pitcher, number 28, Carson Hurst. And in right field, batting ninth, number 45, Davis Ellis. Canyon James on the mound for the Conquerors. And everybody is ready. Shortstop Connor McGarity steps in for the first pitch, and we are underway as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Anthony Bucci in left field, Fred Davis in center, Matt Luxembourg in right for the Conquerors. We'll go around the infield after this next pitch from Canyon James, the 0-1, and is up and away for ball one. Third baseman is Preston Mansfield, Jaden Rivera at shortstop, Garrett Sigley at second, and Sandy Morley at first base. E.J. Kaviris behind the plate, and Canyon James on the mound, and he induces a pop-up on the infield. It's going to drop in front of Sigley and go for an infield base hit. Little Texas leaguer, but it counts, and McGarity is aboard. No chance for Sigley as that ball hit the ground, did not bounce or roll toward him. He had to continue to come in, and good hustle by Connor McGarity, and the Eagles have the leadoff man aboard. Catcher Caden McGarity now at the plate. Runner at first, a big lead from Connor McGarity. James, a lefty, with the advantage of being able to see that runner, and the first pitch instead is thrown over to first base. Episcopal comes in with a record of 1 win and 7 losses under the leadership of Mr. Mike DeSombrino and Mr. Bernie Hurley, a former Trinity Christian JV Conquerors coach. And James, from the stretch, misses up and away for ball one. Started a couple of minutes early. Both teams were ready. Glad you're able to join us here on live stream through tcajax.org as we bring you as many home games as possible, even a couple of away games on occasion. As this one misses up and away. 2 balls, no strikes on Caden McGarity. Trinity Conquerors had a split squad Tuesday night. The home game was a 6-1 win over St. John's Country Day, and the away game, 6-3 loss to the Providence Stallions. High chopper towards Rivera. He will flip to second. Sigley's throw to first is in time for the double play. So James gets a double play and erases the leadoff single. 2 down, bases empty for the left fielder, Colby Mullaney. Excellent play by the Conquerors defense. Rivera had a choice. He could have taken it himself, but Sigley was already there, ready for the throw, and a good pivot by the young freshman. And Conquerors turn 2. So James now from the windup with the bases empty and 2 outs. And a long, slow windup and the first pitch, a beautiful breaking ball, misses just a little bit high for ball 1. Already had a hit and a double play. And Canyon James, 2 outs, bases empty, the 1-0 pitch. This one's downstairs. Colby Mullaney at the plate for Episcopal. And the pitch is swung on and fouled back. 2 balls and a strike to Colby Mullaney, the Eagles' left fielder. James, another long, slow delivery and a pitch. This one misses downstairs. So Mullaney well ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike. Now he's looking for a ball that he can hit very hard, hopefully find a gap, and James with the pitch. This one is fouled back and out of play, and that'll be a full count on the left fielder Mullaney. Canyon James is making his 4th appearance on the mound for the Conquerors. He has pitched 4 1/3 innings total. And here is the pitch. This one is lined into right field. That's going to drop down for a base hit right in front of Matt Luxembourg, but he's able to knock it down, keep it in front of him, and hold the runner to a single. Good contact by Mullaney, and the Eagles have their 2nd hit of the inning, and it brings up the first baseman, Nolan Nicholson. James has a record of no wins, 1 loss, and a 6.46 earned run average. He's a youngster with a lot of talent, not overpowering, but gets a lot of movement on his pitches. He is part of the future plans for the varsity Conquerors within the next few years. First pitch is fouled back. So James is ahead in the count, no balls and a strike. Runner's going. Here's a pitch down in the dirt, and it gets by Conquerors. That'll be a stolen base for Mullaney. So the Eagles now with a runner at second and 2 men out. The good news is that there are 2 outs, so James just needs to get a nice ground ball, a pop up, anything to keep that run from scoring. Mansfield even with the bag at third base. Morley the same at first. Rivera holding the runner on, now gets back into position, and this pitch is up a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike on Nicholson. Check that, 2 balls and a strike. Pitch that got away, allowing the runner to steal second, was ball number 1. And the pitch from Canyon James, pulled foul down the right side, and that'll even up the count at 2-2. Bryce Janney, Matthew Crump, Sebastian Moore among the Conquerors JV squad that has traveled down to West Orange. And the varsity Conquerors 4-2. It's been a while since they've taken the field. Their last game was February 28th against Clay High School. So they're going to be on the field for the first time in nearly 2 weeks later on tonight as they take on Class 8A West Orange. Full count now on Nolan Nicholson. Of course, if you're a Game Changer subscriber, you can follow that action. And here is the pitch from James. This one hits the batter. That's actually a break for the Conquerors as Mullaney was on his way to third. He must retreat after the hit batsman. So 2 hits and a hit batsman here in the top of the first, but no runs have crossed the plate. Third baseman Cab McIver trying to change that as he steps in. 2 men on, 2 out. Mullaney, he singled, he stole second base, and Nicholson was hit by the pitch. Those are the 2 runners for the Episcopal Eagles, and James, a long look back towards second. And a pitch from the stretch. Ground ball, just a bit foul, right down the third baseline. So no balls and a strike. Cab McIver, the Eagles' third baseman, at the plate. James with the pitch. Misses upstairs. So the count even at 1-1. Next up for the Eagles after tonight, this coming Monday, they will host Providence in a junior varsity game at Ray Knight Baseball Field over on the Episcopal campus. This foul ball makes it 1-2 on the third baseman, Cab McIver. Then Tuesday night, the JV Eagles will travel to Bishop Snyder before hosting Fletcher High School on Wednesday. So a busy few days for the JV Eagles. Today, get the weekend off, then play Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Runners are going. A squibbler toward Rivera. Strong throw to first, and that'll retire the side. Good job by Jaden Rivera charging in, and he has a very good arm. He's able to get the runner at first. 2 hits, but a double play erased 1, and the Eagles leave 2 men on base. We've played half an inning. Episcopal nothing, and the Conquerors coming to bat. We go to the bottom of the first. The Eagles got 2 hits and had a batter hit, but a double play and a ground ball to short left 2 men stranded. Due up for the Conquerors. In fact, we'll go ahead and give you the entire batting order. Leading off is the center fielder, number 3, Fred Davis. Batting second, playing second base, number 23, Garrett Sigley. First baseman, number 13, Sandy Morley, will bat third. Canyon James, the pitcher. He's a Conquerors cleanup man today. He wears number 18. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 16, E.J. Caviras. Batting sixth in left field, number 28, Anthony Bucci. Third baseman, Preston Mansfield. He wears number 10. He will bat seventh. Batting eighth in right field, number 5, Matt Luxembourg. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Jaden Rivera, whom we just saw make a tremendous play to end the top half of the first inning. So the Conquerors step up. No score in the ball game. Fred Davis will lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Crowd still coming in. A lot of baseball left. If you're nearby, we invite you to come on over to 800 Hammond Boulevard. Fred Davis, a freshman Conqueror, at the plate, facing Carson Hurst, and the first pitch well inside for ball 1. Carson Hurst on the mound for the Episcopal Eagles. Falls behind in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. Davis, very good speed. Coach Martin could put that speed to work should Davis find his way aboard, and he chops this one foul down the left side. Davis is also a backup quarterback for the Conquerors. He was the JV starting quarterback. Saw some time on the varsity team down the stretch and a little bit of time in the postseason as well, as the Conquerors won their 4th consecutive state title, and all players picked up their rings and jackets earlier this week, and of course showing them off in the hallways and in the classrooms, and very proud of what they did, as we all here are at Trinity Christian Academy. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Fred Davis. Chaz Hirschman, also quarterback for the JV Conquerors as well. This one well outside and in the dirt, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Davis. And this one misses outside, and that'll fill up the count. So, regardless of the result, a good at-bat by Davis, making Hurst throw some pitches. Davis, nothing out of 4 on the season so far. He's done some pitching, but right here, he draws a leadoff walk, and the Conquerors are in business to start this ball game. Runner at first, good speed in Fred Davis. Second baseman Garrett Sigley steps up to the plate. Sigley batting .143 on the season. Has a runner aboard at first, nobody out. From the stretch for the first time, Sigley lays down a bunt, and it trickles foul. Good idea. He makes contact. He can handle the bat as well, and Davis had a terrific jump. Episcopal would have had no chance to get the lead runner should that ball stay fair. So 0-1 on the second baseman, freshman Garrett Sigley. Hurst throws to first, and the runner is back. 1 for 7 on the season is Sigley. He's scored a couple of runs. Trying to work down in the count, 0-1, and the throw to first, and Davis is back. Carson Hurst from the stretch again throws over to first, and Davis is back. One thing Hurst has done, he's cut the lead down from Fred Davis over there at first base. Davis now getting an extra half step. Throw to first, and he's back in time. So Davis getting a workout here in the top of the first. And now a time called, meeting at the mound. Coach Martin has a chance to discuss things with his young second baseman. In case you joined us late, Episcopal had a leadoff single from Connor McGarity, but a double play erased him. Colby Mullaney singled. Nolan Nicholson hit by a pitch, and then a ground ball ended the inning. Fred Davis drew the walk to lead off the bottom of the first. Sigley at the plate. Davis goes. Sigley lays down the bunt, only plays to first base. Hurst threw it up high, but a good job by the first baseman, Nolan Nicholson, to record the out. So a sacrifice bunt, 1-3 on the putout. Davis in scoring position. Conquerors with 1 man on and 1 out. First baseman Sandy Morley stepping up to the plate. Swing and a miss. Good sinker, and Morley down in the count, 0-1. And the pitch swung on a miss again, and Hurst taking something off of it. Getting Morley with a couple of off-speed pitches. Morley hitting 200, 1 for 5 on the season. And here's the 0-2 Swan, swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes. First strikeout for Carson Hurst. 2 away now for pitcher Canyon James. James hitting an even 500. Has a chance to put his team ahead and give himself a lead as he is the Conquerors pitcher. Davis, a moderate lead off second base. Hurst a long look back, and the pitch is taken outside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch, this one a little bit inside, so James well ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes, and he can look for a pitch to get into the outfield and hopefully score that run. That's Fred Davis. He walked, advanced to second on a sacrifice bunt, and a high pop fly on the infield, and the shortstop, McGarity, is there to make the play. Conquerors get a leadoff walk, leave him at second, and after one, we have no score. After one, we have no score. Both teams got the leadoff man aboard, unable to push him across, and we go to the top of the second. Shanahan, Hodges, and Hurst due up for Episcopal. World Baseball Classic. Tonight is the debut for Team USA. 6 p.m. Eastern Time down in Miami. They're going to take on Colombia. And of course, we wish the United States team all the best in the World Baseball Classic. Great to see competitive baseball here in March. Number of major leaguers all over the World Baseball Classic on many different teams. The Dominican Republic with a big 9-2 win over Canada. Jose Bautista hit a moonshot that probably hasn't landed yet, right down the third baseline. Right here, it's a scoreless tie between the Conquerors and the Eagles on the JV stage. Later tonight, Venezuela and Puerto Rico will take the field. Japan has defeated China 7-1 today. So good luck to Team USA in Pool C of the World Baseball Classic. Their first game tonight, led by manager Jim Leland, formerly of the Marlins and the Detroit Tigers. Pittsburgh Pirates as well. Luke Shanahan, the second baseman, leads things off for Episcopal here in the top of the second. James' first pitch is taken for a strike on the corner. No balls and a strike. And lefty Canyon James, the pitch is down and away. 1-1. Told you what the Eagles have coming up in the next few days. Next opportunity, tell you what's on tap for the JV Conquerors. And here is the pitch. It is taken for a strike, 1-2. Thank you to Kara for your comment. Well, we enjoy bringing you the streams here, tcajax.org. And a ground ball headed towards Sigley at second base. Has a little trouble, picks it up though, and is able to get the out at first. One away here in the top of the second. Center fielder Clayton Hodges stepping up for the Eagles. Spring training action, the Yankees lead the Phillies 5-0. Canyon James with his first pitch, and this one is on the outside corner for a strike. White Sox 2, Milwaukee 0. That game in the fourth. That Yankee game is in the ninth. Phillies batting in the bottom half. San Francisco 3, Cleveland 2, and a ground ball towards short. Jaden Rivera scoops it up, throws to first in time for out number 2. So James got the first 2 men out here in the second, and he's going to face his counterpart, number 28, Carson Hurst. Two outs, bases empty. James able to stay from the windup. And the first pitch to Hurst is line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Hurst wasting no time getting aboard. Runner at first, 2 men out. Number 9 hitter, right fielder Davis Ellis. So James got the first 2 men pretty easily. Now with a runner at first, he'll work from the stretch as Ellis steps in, looking to keep the inning alive. Connor McGarity waiting on deck. He's a leadoff man for the Eagles. James, a long look toward first. Now the pitch is down and away for ball one. Hurst leaning back toward first base as he let off that first pitch from James. Doing it again, but gets another good jump, and this pitch is up and in for ball two. Cubs lead Seattle 2-0 in the fifth. Runners going. Here's a pitch. Strike called. Throw down to second. Not in time. Stolen base for Hurst, and he took that one on the pitcher, James. 2 balls and a strike. But as in the first inning, James just needs to get the batter. Good lead from Hurst, and the pitch is up and away. So Ellis well ahead, 3 balls and a strike. Sigley back on the infield dirt right near the grass line at the back of the infield. Rivera holding the runner close. Mansfield a little bit off the line, and the pitch, high pop foul, and that'll fill up the count, 3-2. Warm, sunny afternoon here on the west side. Temperatures hovering around 80 degrees. Going to cool off a little bit tomorrow. So we're going to have a doubleheader with the TBC Eagles tomorrow afternoon beginning at 12 p.m. Swing and a miss. And that'll retire the side. We'll tell you more about TBC Eagles as we come back. After 1.5, no score. Bottom of the second coming up, no score. Conquerors will send up hitters 5, 6, and 7. Caviras, Bucci, and Mansfield. Started to mention the Trinity Baptist College Eagles baseball team. They just took a doubleheader from the NAIA Aquinas College, who came down from Grand Rapids, Michigan. That happened a few days ago. Eagles have won 3 out of 4, and tomorrow they're going to take on one of their big rivals here in the South region, the Screaming Eagles of Toccoa Falls College. And if you'll go to tbceagles.com, hit live stream at 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, you'll see some good college baseball. Leading off, E.J. Caviras. Bottom of the second, no score. The first pitch is fouled back. These Eagles here of Episcopal had runners on in each of the first 2 innings, have not scored yet. This one is fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes on Caviras. He's hitting .167, 2 for 12 on the season. He's driven in a run. Thank you to Mr. Paul Bucci for keeping us updated on the stats on Game Changer. This one misses inside for ball 1. One and 2 on the catcher, E.J. Caviras. Hurst with the pitch, swung on and missed. And that's strikeout number 2 for the youngster. Left fielder Anthony Bucci, son of Mr. Paul Bucci, we just mentioned a moment ago. Freshman here on the Conquerors JV roster. And first pitch is trickled foul. So Bucci down 0-1. Bucci 1 for 11 so far this season. He has driven in a run. And the pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that JV game down in West Orange with the other Conqueror split squad, that'll be tomorrow afternoon. This one misses down and away. And that game will begin at 11 a.m. rather and finish in the afternoon. So that's where you'll find a lot of the JV Conquerors. So he headed down there earlier today, and here's a pitch from Hurst, swung on and missed, and that'll fill up the count. There's that varsity matchup against West Orange, 7 o'clock tonight. Here's a pitch, and it's fouled off. Varsity Conquerors will also play again tomorrow, TNXL, one of the toughest teams in all of Florida. So the Conquerors facing very good, stiff competition to start the season. So far, they've responded well, 4-2 record. Here is the pitch, swing and a miss, and Bucci is down on strikes. 2 in a row, 3 overall for Carson Hurst. Conquerors' next home game on March 16th, the varsity team against Suwannee. We'll have that for you right here on tcajax.org. And pitch to Preston Mansfield, taking on the inside corner for a strike. The 0-1, high fly ball, well hit in the left field. Mullaney over near the line, and he catches it on the run to retire the side. Good contact, nice play out there by Mullaney, and Conquerors go down in order here in the second. After 2, we have no score. Top of the order due up for the Episcopal Eagles here in the third. No score as Connor McGarity, Caden McGarity, and Colby Mullaney are due up for Episcopal. Kenyon James has gone 2 scoreless innings. So far, he's allowed a couple of hits, make that 3. He has struck out 1 and hit 1. Carson Hurst, 2 innings, no hits, 3 strikeouts for Episcopal. So a good pitcher's duel and some fine defense already by both teams. Conquerors got a double play in the first inning, and just a moment ago, you saw Colby Mullaney make a very nice running catch down the left field line. Top of the order, Connor McGarity. He led off the ball game with a single to right field his first time up. James with the windup and the pitch. It's in there for strike 1. After tomorrow's ball game, the JV team comes back together Monday the 13th at Ed White High School at 4:30 Monday afternoon. This pitch misses up and away, ball and a strike. Then next Saturday, the JV Conquerors have a 12 noon game against Calvary, and that game will be up at World of Baseball. And this pitch is just a little bit outside for ball 2. Conquerors will then have 3 more road games at Bishop Snyder on the 23rd, St. John's on the 27th, and Providence on the 31st. Line drive over the head of Jaden Rivera in left field, a base hit. Good clean single for McGarity. He's now 2 for 2. Rivera went up the ladder, but it was just a little bit out of his reach. So again, the Eagles with the leadoff man aboard, as they've done 2 out of 3 times so far this afternoon. And Caden McGarity rolled into a double play his first time up. Squares around, showing bunt. First pitch is bunted back to the box. James will throw to first for the easy out. Successful sacrifice bunt for Caden Garrity. And there's one away. Connor McGarity takes second base on the play. Next Conquerors home game, April 3rd against Ed White at 4:30 p.m. They're going to play 5 of their 6 final games of the season, all here at home. University Christian, Bowles, Bishop Snyder, and Bartram Trail all make their way over to Jacksonville's west side. Runner at second, 1 out. First pitch is outside. This is Colby Mullaney. He singled to right his first time up and was left stranded at second base. James with the pitch, and this one is outside for ball 2. These 2 teams will hook up again on April 13th at Episcopal at 6 p.m. Of course, TCAJax.org has all the schedules for all Trinity Christian Conquerors baseball and softball teams. Varsity softball 9-2. Very tough loss last night to Baker County, 2-1. As the Baker County Wildcats got both runs in the bottom of the 7th. A game-tying home run and then a walk-off single. But Coach Houston has her team playing some terrific ball. 9-2, 9-0 at home, and they're going to play at home Tuesday night against district opponent Interlochen. We're going to stream that one live on TCAJax.org as well. Time is called. E.J. Kavira is out to the mound. 2 balls and a strike on Colby Mullaney. Runner at second, representing the potential go-ahead run for the Episcopal Eagles. No score. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. James, a long look back, and now from the stretch, he misses down and away. 3 balls and a strike. Arizona now leads Milwaukee 4-1. That game in the 5th. Cubs have added a run, 3-0 over Seattle in the 5th. San Diego 4, the Angels 2 in the 6th. James with the pitch, swung on and missed, and a full count now on Mullaney. Third straight inning, Episcopal has gotten a runner to second base. So far, no one has reached third for either team. Another long look back, and James' full count payoff pitch is up and away for ball 4. First walk issued by Canyon James, and that's going to prompt a visit to the mound by Rollin Layton. Eagles batting with 1 out, 2 runners aboard. Connor McGarity singled into left field. He advanced to second on a sacrifice bunt by Caden McGarity. Colby Mullaney has just drawn a walk. Tire infield at the mound, cheering on their teammate. Canyon James in a bit of a jam. He got out of it in the first. Big double play. Got 2 of those outs, and he was able to get a ground ball to the shortstop Rivera for out number 3. Had a pretty easy second inning, 1 hit. And now, trying to get out of a jam once again. Nolan Nicholson was hit by a pitch his first time up, and this one is a little bit low for ball 1. Davis in center, shaded a little bit to the right side. A big gap in left center. Bucci well off the line, but there's a lot of room between him and Davis, but this one misses downstairs for ball 2. And with Rivera holding the runner close at second, big gap on the left side of the infield as well. 2-0 pitch, high pop fly, right behind the infield. Sigley turned around, could not get hold of it, and everyone will be safe. That'll go as a single for Nicholson. Ball kind of knuckled on Sigley. He had some trouble with it. He still had a chance to get a force out as all runners had to hold, but he could not pick up the ball. Now the bases are loaded with 1 out for the third baseman, Cab McIver. Grounded to short to end the first inning. Mansfield and Morley in on the grass. Here's the pitch. Low and outside for ball 1. Mansfield off the line at third. Same with Morley at first. Both in. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Big opportunity for the visiting team here with the bases loaded and 1 out. And a pitch from James gets away. And here comes the first run of the ball game as McGarity will score standing up. Wild pitch allows all runners to advance. Removes the force out. And with 1 away and a 3-ball, no strike count on McIver, he has a chance to put his team ahead, possibly by 3. All 4 Conqueror infielders now in on the grass. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Conquerors fans shouting out their encouragement to young Canyon James, and the pitch is just a bit inside for ball 4, and that'll load up the bases once again. Second baseman Luke Shanahan at the plate. He grounded out to the second baseman Sigley. That started off the second inning. Chance for him to do some damage with the bases loaded. And the pitch from James. Knuckled right to the second baseman Sigley. He steps on the bag, throws to first. A good job by Morley, keeping that ball in his glove to retire the side. A double play, 4 unassisted and over to first. And the Conquerors are out of the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 men left. We go to the bottom of the third with Episcopal leading 1-0. Conquerors coming to bat in the bottom of the third, trailing 1-0. 8, 9, and 1 due up. Matt Luxembourg, Jaden Rivera, and Fred Davis. Episcopal got a run in the top half of the third. Connor McGarity singled, worked his way around, scored on a wild pitch. James got another huge double play when he needed it most. Good job by Sigley, picking the ball up right at the bag, stepped on second, threw to first, and a scoop by Sandy Morley retired the side. So the Conquerors now looking to at least tie up the ball game. Right fielder Matt Luxembourg leads it off. Carson Hurst's first pitch, grounded towards third base. McIver over to first. Easy play, 1 away. So 1 out for the shortstop, Jaden Rivera. Hurst is not allowed a hit through this point. He has struck out 3 Conquerors. And after Rivera, he'll face the order starting the second time through. And this first pitch misses. Down and away for ball 1. Only base runner to reach so far. Fred Davis walked leading off the ball game for the Conquerors. Curveball slapped into center field and a base hit for Rivera. So that's a first hit allowed by Hurst. And with 1 out, the Conquerors have a runner aboard. Rivera, good speed aboard at first. Fred Davis at the plate. It's a young Conquerors team. And here is the pitch. And this first one is up and in. Almost everyone on today's active roster are freshmen, getting in some good experience as they work their way up the ranks within the next few years. Rivera leads off first. Davis went after it. Ball and a strike. Snap throw to first, and Rivera back just in time. Caden McGarity nearly caught the runner leaning off the bag, but Rivera is able to make it back. 1 ball, 1 strike on Davis. Throw to first, and Rivera is back. Carson Hurst paying a lot of attention to the Conquerors base runners so far. He hasn't had many to pay attention to. Rivera is just a second Conqueror to reach. And a pitch. Slide step, and this one's fouled off. And Davis is down in the count, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on the Conqueror center fielder, Fred Davis. Good lead for Jaden Rivera. And a pitch, swing and a chopper towards third and past the third baseman in the left field. McIver made a diving attempt but couldn't get his glove on it. And that's a base hit for Davis. Rivera stops at second, and the Conquerors have 2 on with 1 away. Second baseman Garrett Sigley coming up. He laid down a terrific sacrifice bunt his first time up. So the Conquerors, for the second time today, have a runner at second base. Good speed on the bases, and Sigley digs in, swings, and pops it up. McGarity is there to make the play. Both outs this inning have happened on the first pitch of the at-bat. And it brings up the first baseman, Sandy Morley. Went down on 3 pitches his first time up. Hurst working quickly. This one fouled just barely down the left field line. That would have scored 1, possibly 2, as Davis is off at the crack of the bat with 2 away. It was fair most of the way, kicked foul right in front of the bag. So no balls and a strike on Morley. And the pitch. Change up, misses inside. Hurst working quickly. As soon as he gets set, he's ready to throw. And the pitch. This one, a breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike. With 2 outs, both runners will be going at the crack of the bat. So a good opportunity. A ball gets through the infield for Trinity to tie up the ball game. This one is down low, ball 3. And if the ball can stay away from the outfielders, Davis might have a chance to score from first. Here's the pitch, and this one's chopped foul. That's a full count. Hit right off of Morley's ankle. Taking his time, making sure everything's all right. And he'll step back in with a full count, and 2 outs now, forced out. Both runners going on the pitch, and Rivera left a little too soon, and he is caught. And that is going to retire the side. 1-6-4 on the putout. Conquerors get 2 hits, leave 2 men aboard. Morley will lead off the bottom of the fourth with a fresh count. After 3, Episcopal leads 1-0. After 3 full innings, Episcopal leads 1-0, and they will have the bottom third of the batting order. Clayton Hodges, Carson Hurst, and Davis Ellis due up as they start the top of the fourth. Canyon James on the mound. He's allowed 1 run. It's been earned. 4 hits. He has walked 2 and struck out 1. Carson Hurst in his 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, no runs. Clayton Hodges, center fielder, he grounded out to the shortstop Rivera. That was out number 2 in the 2nd inning. Connor McGarity scored the run on a wild pitch last inning, and that's been all the runs crossing the plate so far this afternoon. Feels really good out here now with the sun behind the clouds and the temperature starting to dip down into the 70s. Canyon James delivers a first pitch up and away. Ball and no strikes to Clayton Hodges. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Evens it up 1-1. The 1-1 is downstairs, ball 2. Later tonight in spring training action, Baltimore down at JetBlue Park to take on the Red Sox. That game at 6 o'clock, and a high pop foul over near the side. Conquerors with a nice running grab next to the dugout, and that's out number 1. E.J. Conquerors ranges far. There's a lot of foul territory here behind the plate from dugout to dugout. And E.J. covered every bit of it, went around the on-deck circle and made a nice one-hand grab on the run. 1 away for the pitcher, Carson Hurst. Colorado at Cincinnati later on tonight. Oakland at Kansas City, Texas and the Dodgers. And first pitch, a little bit outside, ball 1. Final scores, Minnesota beat the Marlins 8-2. Braves over the Mets 5-2. Mets with a split squad game. Ball 2 is down and in. Yankees 5, Phillies nothing. Cardinals 7-1 over Washington. And here is the pitch. This one misses outside. So 3 balls, no strikes to Hurst, who singled up the middle in the 2nd inning. Pittsburgh over Tampa Bay 4-1. Toronto 6, Detroit 2. And Houston 7, Mets 6. Final scores from this afternoon's spring training action. 3 balls and a strike now on Carson Hurst. 1 out, base is empty, and the pitch misses upstairs for ball 4. 3rd walk issued by James, and with 1 out, Eagles have a runner at first. And the right fielder, Davis Ellis, at the plate. Down on strikes his first time up. James with the long look over toward first. High leg kick, throw to first, runner back. Carson Hurst, the runner at first. He drew a walk. Pretty good lead, and now the pitch well outside. Good job by Conquerors. 1 ball, no strikes on Ellis. Top of the order, Connor McGarity waiting on deck. Strike called on the outside corner. James has induced 2 double play ground balls already today. For the most part, he's kept the ball on the infield. A couple of hits have gotten through. And a runner's going. The pitch is up high. Throw down to second is also up high into center field. But Hurst does not advance. Stolen base. And the Eagles have a runner in scoring position with 1 out.
I didn't even know that. Carson and I logged in on the last time watched you play that championship game. But they kept talking about an Alvarez.
2 balls and a strike on Davis Ellis.
It's confusing because there's 2 Alvarez's.
And the pitch misses up and away. Ball 3. James looked like he might have slipped on that pitch. Everything's all right. And now we're set. This one in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Davis Ellis, the right fielder. Chance to drive in and potential insurance run. Top of the 4th, 1 out. Runner's going towards third, swing and a foul ball. And Hurst got a good jump on the pitcher. He will retreat. So to 3-2 once again. We'll see what Hurst is doing off second base this time. Big lead. Rivera holding him close. James turns and spins and throws. And the runner's back. Hurst shortens up his lead by about a step or so, and the pitch is a little bit outside for ball 4. And now Coach Martin heads out to the mound. That's the 4th walk issued by James. 2 men aboard, 1 out. Both men on have walked. And the leadoff man, Connor McGarity, waits his turn. He's already 2 for 2 with a run scored. He's also advanced on a sacrifice bunt. Scored that run on a wild pitch. Cubs now lead Seattle 7-1 in the 6th inning. Cleveland 4, San Francisco 3 in the 6th. The White Sox have a 2-0 lead over Milwaukee. That game in the 6th. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Conquerors. Number 33, freshman Dylan Seekbert heads to the mound. James heads off, so it looks like no further changes. And Seekbert will get a chance at his warm-up pitches. He's going to inherit 2 men aboard with 1 out. Connor McGarity will be the hitter once we resume. And while Seekbert takes his warm-up pitches, we'll head over to esj.org. Remind you of the upcoming schedule for the JV Episcopal Eagles. We mentioned Monday they will host Providence. Tuesday, visit Bishop Snyder at 4 p.m. That Providence game at 6. Eagles will host Fletcher at 6 p.m. on Wednesday the 15th. Get a day off next Thursday, but right back to business Friday as they will visit Mandarin High School at 6 p.m. So 4 games next week for the JV Eagles. After that Friday night game on the 17th, they're going to get some time to rest before heading to Ponte Vedra. Then you'll have a 2-game homestand. That Ponte Vedra game on March 28th. on the 30th, hosting Fernandina Beach and West Nassau, and that'll round out the month of March for the Episcopal Eagles. ESJ, Episcopal School of Jacksonville.org, for everything you need to know about the Episcopal Eagles. Of course, you'll find their schedules for all their teams up on the athletics section of their website. Connor McGarity is 2 for 2. Has 2 men on and 1 out. Dylan Seekbert in relief of Canyon James. 3 1/3 innings. 4 hits, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. So far, 1 run, and it was earned. And here is the pitch. This one, a curveball in there for a strike. James responsible for the 2 men on base. Seekbert, long look back towards second, spin and throw, and the runner's back. Carson Hurst at second, Davis Ellis at first. Both drew walks to get on board. No balls and a strike. Pitch from Seekbert. Misses up high, 1-1. No further changes on the Conquerors infield. Seekbert from the stretch, 1-1. Both runners break. A curveball gets away from the catcher, and everybody's safe. So the double steal is successful. 3 stolen bases in the inning. Bases. Caden McGarity steps up. He is 0 for 1 officially. Ground ball, double play, and a sacrifice bunt. Chance to drive in a couple of runs. Here's the first pitch from Seekbert on the inside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 is driven foul down the right side. McGarity out in front of that one, hit it hard but pulled it foul. No ball, 2 strikes. Strikeout would be huge. 1 away with the bases loaded, and the pitch. High drive, well hit in the right field. It is caught. Here comes a throw. Luxembourg gets it in. Morley's relay, not in time. It gets away from Zaviris. Ellis will hold up at third. However, the missed play allows Connor McGarity to take second base. That'll be an error on the first baseman, Morley. The run came in. That was Carson Hurst scoring on the sacrifice fly, and it's 2-0 Episcopal. 2 away, runners at second and third. Colby Mullaney, the hitter, and the first pitch taken for a strike. So the Eagles hitters have been very patient this afternoon, looking for good pitches to hit. That time it resulted in a run, and here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. All 3 runners to reach did so on walks. Run charge to James, and the pitch from Seekbert is a beautiful curveball, called inside. One ball, 2 strikes on the left fielder Mullaney. He has singled and walked, and here's the pitch outside. Good job by Severus to keep the runners where they are. 2-2. Seekbert from the stretch with second and third. This one knocked down, not far enough away from the catcher for an advance, but it is a full count to Colby Mullaney. Payoff pitch. Seekbirds from the stretch, and ball 4, loads the bases again. 4 walks in the inning. Eagles showing a lot of patience, and it's paying off. Nolan Nicholson at the plate, 1 for 1. Here is the pitch. High, pop fly, center field. Davis drifts under and makes the catch to retire the side. 1 run, 4 walks, 3 men left, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Conquerors trail 2-0. Conquerors trail 2-0 as they head to the plate in the bottom of the 4th. Canyon James was listed as both pitcher and designated hitter, so even though he came off the mound, he is still in the batting order. That is a rule that is allowed in high school baseball. So it'll be Morley, James, and Conquerors due up for the Conquerors here in the bottom of the 4th. Morley was at the plate as Rivera was caught leaning too far off second base to end the 3rd. Hurst's first pitch is fouled off. No balls and a strike. So Morley, no at-bat, no plate appearance credited in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. And the pitch fouled straight back in a hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Arizona now leads Milwaukee 6-3 in the 7th. Brewers with a split squad. And a pitch, swing and a miss. Ball's in the dirt. Throw to first will be in time. McGarity gets the assist as he throws to first. So that's a strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. And there's 1 away. Canyon James popped up to the shortstop. His first time up. McGarity making the play. Connor McGarity at short, Caden McGarity behind the plate. And the pitch is inside, ball 1. And since James, as we said, was listed as a designated hitter as well as pitcher, he is still in the batting order. And he swings and misses, evens up the count at a ball and a strike. And the pitch is upstairs, 2-1. James ahead in the count. Two one. Hit hard right at the shortstop, McGarity, for out number 2. James made very solid contact, but unfortunately, McGarity is right in front of it, didn't even have to take a step. So 2 outs, bases empty for the catcher, E.J. Conquerors. Down on strikes to lead off the 2nd inning. And a pitch from Hurst, a little bit high for ball 1. Hurst has allowed only 2 hits. And here is the pitch. This one misses outside. It's gone now 3 2/3 innings, 2 hits and 1 walk. Nobody has crossed the plate. And the pitch up and away. In fact, Conquerors have not yet gotten a man to third base either. But Conquerors well ahead, 3-0. And this one taking all the way, and it's in there for a strike. Conquerors well ahead, and he's aboard as this one is ball 4 in the dirt. Conquerors hustling down the line. The ball got away. Again, there's a lot of room behind home plate. Over the years, we've seen a number of hitters walk, hustle down to first, and able to take second base. And a good job by McGarity to make sure that did not happen this time. Xavier Cobb will be the courtesy runner for the Conquerors. E.J. Kaviris, the catcher, he'll head over to the dugout to get his gear on, get ready for the top of the fifth. Cobb with good speed aboard at first. 2 outs for the left fielder, Anthony Bucci. Ground ball to the second baseman, McGarity. He'll go the short route, and that'll retire the side. 1 walk, 1 man left. We've played 4. Episcopal leads 2-0. Five, 6, and 7 due up for Episcopal. Cab McIver, Luke Shanahan, Clayton Hodges, and the Eagles lead 2-0 as we start the top of the fifth. Less than an hour now from Team USA taking the field in the World Baseball Classic. They're playing Columbia down in Miami. Marlins Park. Able to visit that stadium a couple of years ago. Saw Aroldis Chapman light up the radar gun at over 100 miles per hour. Chapman now a member of the Yankees, as he was at the beginning of last year. Went over to the Cubs, picked himself up a World Series ring, and back in pinstripes. But man, we were able to watch him pitch. Well, we were able to watch his motion. Didn't see the ball too well as it flew by at 103 miles an hour. Team USA getting ready for the World Baseball Classic. Dylan Seekbird on the mound here in relief of Canyon James. Worked his way out of a jam. 1 run did score, however, in the top of the fourth. And the Eagles lead 2-0 as Cab McIver steps to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He is grounded to short and walked. Canyon James, 3 1/3 innings. 2 runs, both earned, 4 hits, 4 walks, and a strikeout. Seekbird's first pitch of the 5th inning is a little bit high for ball 1. One-0 pitch upstairs, 2-0. We'll look to see if we can get that starting lineup for Team USA, if it's posted yet. High pop fly. Third baseman Mansfield in foul ground is there. 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Second baseman Luke Shanahan. He's grounded to second base twice. The second one resulted in a double play. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Fred Davis has moved in from center field to play second base. And this one misses, and we'll try to see who's in center now for the Conquerors. Garrett Sigley out of the lineup. High pop-up on the infield. Seekbird and Mansfield and Kaviris all giving chase. It falls in among them. Out of play. 2 balls and a strike. That ball landed a few feet foul. Might be Jude Smith out there in center field. for the Conquerors. Two balls and a strike. Seekberg winds up, and the pitch is inside. Shanahan ahead in the count, 3-1. Starting lineup not yet posted on worldbaseballclassic.com, but Chris Archer will be the starting pitcher for Team USA. Ball 4 to Shanahan, and the Eagles have a runner at first with one man out. Third walk issued by Seekberg. And it brings up the center fielder Clayton Hodges. He is 0 for 2. Big lead for Shanahan. And the pitch misses up high. Japan defeated China 7-1 earlier today. High pop-up just behind the infield. Rivera is there to make the play for out number 2. So a couple of pop-ups and a walk in between. 2 outs, runner at first for the pitcher Carson Hurst. He has singled, walked, stolen 3 bases, and scored a run. He's also been very good on the mound. So a terrific ball game for the youngster Carson Hurst. And some fans down in front like what they see from the young man today. Throw to first, runner back. Glad you're able to join us here at Trinity Ball Yard, and those of you watching through live stream on tcajax.org. And a foul ball. No balls and a strike on Hurst. Two outs. Seekberg delivers from the stretch. Change up, misses, and the ball into dirt. Throw down to second is a good one, and in time to cut down the runner. E.J. Kaviris cuts down Shanahan trying to advance on a ball in the dirt, and that'll retire the side. 1 walk, nobody left. Hurst will lead off the top of the 6th. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Conquerors trail 2-0. Conquerors trailing 2-0 as they head to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. Preston Mansfield, Matt Luxembourg, and Jaden Rivera, bottom third of the order, due up for the Conquerors, and they're going to face a new man on the mound. Number 1, Chase Wetstein in there for the Eagles. Carson Hurst did a terrific job in 4 innings pitched. He allowed just 2 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 3. Did not allow a runner to reach third base. Only 2 men reached second, and 1 was erased on a pickoff. So Wetstein in for Hurst. And the Conquerors looking to get a rally started. Preston Mansfield at the plate. He flew out to left field his first time up. 0 for 1. Chase Wetstein taking over for Hurst, who did a terrific job both with his arm and with his bat. And his legs as well. We mentioned he stole 3 bases and scored a run. And a little delay. Ball got away from the dugout. So Mansfield getting ready, taking a good look at the pitcher. Mansfield coming in at 286 before today's ball game. He's 0 for 1 today, and this one misses inside for ball 1. And a pitch is in there for a strike. Mansfield has driven in a run. And a swing and a miss. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Mansfield leading off here in the bottom of the 5th, and this one just a little bit low, and we're even at 2-2. Conquerors varsity, 7 o'clock. We'll take on West Orange tonight. That's down in Orlando, and a beautiful curveball. Strike 3. So Wettstein gets the first man he faces, and it brings up the right fielder, Matt Luxembourg. 0 for 1, a ground ball to the third baseman, McIver's first time up. Ball 1, a good fastball, but misses down low. Fastball misses outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Luxembourg coming into today's game at 222. 0 for 1 so far, and this one misses and puts the right fielder ahead 3-0. The 3-0 pitch is taken for a strike. Matt Luxembourg, a sophomore, Trinity Christian Conqueror. Most of today's roster freshmen, but Alexi's a sophomore. Made great strides since playing for the junior high Conquerors, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. He's a member of the freshman team last year, now on the JV squad. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, inside, ball 4, and a runner is aboard. Strikeout and a walk this inning for Chase Wettstein, and it brings up Jaden Rivera, who is 1 for 1. Good, solid single into center field his first time up. Right now, he represents the potential tying run. Davis, the leadoff man, on deck. This one is upstairs. Nice play by the catcher, McGarity. Hit hard right at the second baseman. Flipped to second for 1, over to first in time for the double play. 4-6-3, retires aside. Rivera hit the ball very hard. Shanahan made a nice play, and the Eagles infield turns 2. A walk, nobody left. We go to the 6th. Episcopal leads 2-0. Top of the 6th, Episcopal leads 2-0. Wettstein will be the leadoff man. He took over for Carson Hurst. Pitched a scoreless bottom of the 5th, and he's going to lead things off here in the 6th. 2-0 in favor of the Eagles. And Wettstein will get his first opportunity at the plate. Dylan Seekbird on the mound for the Conquerors. And Wettstein approaches the plate. Hurst did a good job. He singled and walked, stole 3 bags, scored a run. Also pitched 4 scoreless innings. Looks like he'll have the rest of the afternoon off. And here's Chase Wettstein. Siegbert winds and delivers. Misses upstairs, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. High fly ball into center field. And an easy play for out number 1. One away for the right fielder, Davis Ellis. Ellis has struck out and walked, and the first pitch is up and in for ball 1. Siegbert delivers a 1-0, grounded toward Mansfield. He picks it up, throw to first is in time. 2 quick outs for Dylan Siegbert here in the top of the 6th. Leadoff man Connor McGarrity's had a good day. 2 hits, a walk, and a run scored. Two outs, nobody on. Siegbert winds and delivers. Change up, misses downstairs, ball 1. And the Conquerors have a split squad today. The other JV team is down at West Orange, cheering on the varsity as they'll get underway at 7 p.m. tonight. And the JV squad will take West Orange JV tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. On Monday at 4:30 at Ed White. The team will come back together, full squad at 4:30 p.m. Ed White just a couple of miles down the road. This one misses, 2 balls and a strike on McGarrity. Siegbert delivers a 2-1. Headed towards center field, and a base hit for McGarrity, his 3rd of the game. Davis ranged far to his right. Ball just out of his reach, and a runner at first with 2 outs. Catcher Caden McGarrity at the plate. 0 for 1 officially. Sack bunt and an RBI sack fly his last time up. Throw to first, runner back. That gave the Eagles an insurance run, and they lead 2-0 here in the top of the 6th. 2 out, runners going. The pitch is down and away, no throw. Stolen base for Connor McGarrity, and Caden McGarrity at the plate, looking for a chance to drive him in. 1-0, Siegbert from the stretch. Big lead at second, and the pitch is a little outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Chopper off the glove of Siegbert. Davis backhands, knocks it down. He does keep the run from scoring, but that's going to go as a base hit for Caden McGarrity. Ball off the pitcher's glove, then Davis kept it in the infield. So Connor McGarrity stops at third, Caden at first. Runners at the corners, 2 outs for the left fielder, Colby Mullaney. He has singled and walked twice. And a pitch, line drive into left field, a base hit, and a run will score. McGarrity crosses. Caden McGarrity stops at second. And Maloney drives in a big insurance run. 3-0 now in favor of the Eagles. 2 men on for the first baseman, Nolan Nicholson. All this happened after the first 2 men were out. 3 straight singles for the Eagles, top of the order, and the pitch is in there for a strike. Nicholson is 1 for 2. He's been on base twice, a single and hit by a pitch. This pitch is in the dirt, gets away. Both runners will advance. Garrity to third, Mulaney at second. Now 1-1, the count to Nolan Nicholson. Seekbert just needs to get the batter, get out of this inning. Top of the order is due up for the Conquerors in the bottom of the 6th. Strike called, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Seekbert from the stretch. A little bit outside, evens up the count 2-2. And the pitch is a little bit upstairs, full count. Seekbert delivers, and a swing and a miss struck him out, and that'll retire the side. Eagles get a nice insurance run on 3 hits, leave 2. Bottom of the 6th coming up. The Conquerors trail 3-0. Conquerors coming to bat with the top of the order. Fred Davis, Garrett Sigley, and Sandy Morley trailing 3-0. We mentioned earlier the Conquerors varsity softball team off to a terrific start, 9-2, trying to make it back to the state playoffs. They made it to the semifinals last year, and they have more than enough force to potentially bring home a trophy this year. Coach Ashley Houston leading the Lady Conquerors. They have a record of 9-2. They're going to take on Swanee, or rather, no, that game has been canceled. So the next Conquerors softball game, Tuesday night, a home game against District 2 opponent Interlochen. That game begins at 6:30. We'll stream it on tcajax.org. Then on Thursday the 16th, Lady Conquerors will host Mandarin High School at 6 p.m. Then a 4-game road trip. We'll see them go to Yulee. Then a little showcase tournament where they will face Tallahassee Godby, Tallahassee Lincoln, and then another game that week during spring break to be determined. Depends on what other teams play and win. Next home game afterward will be senior night when the Lady Conquerors host Duval Charter at 7 p.m. March 28th. Fred Davis steps in. First pitch is upstairs. We do plan on bringing senior night to you through live stream as well. 1 ball, no strikes on the center fielder, Fred Davis. And the pitch is up and in, ball 2. Davis has walked and singled, so he's been on base both times up. Conquerors need a couple of base runners as they trail by 3. Chase Wetstein with the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2 balls and a strike. Wetstein with the 2-1, fouled off, and that evens it up at 2-2. Davis has good speed. Garrett Sigley waiting on deck. Or check that. Jude Smith, who came in for Sigley not long ago. Swing and a miss, and that is out number 1. Second strikeout for Wettstein. And Jude Smith steps in for the first time today. One out, base is empty, bottom of the 6th. Wettstein delivers, swing and a miss, strike 1. Morley waiting on deck. Jude Smith, 1 for 9 on the season. He has scored a run. And the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Wettstein delivers a fastball, misses well up high. Smith ahead, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is a fastball inside. 3 balls and a strike. Morley waiting on deck. Wettstein's 3-1. On the inside corner. Smith up there now with a full count. Very good pitcher's pitch. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball misses up high, and the Conquerors have a base runner. Second walk for Wettstein. Runner at first, 1 out. Sandy Morley has struck out twice. Canyon James waiting on deck. E.J. Kaviris in the hole. Wettstein from the stretch. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Modest lead for Smith off at first. And a pitch. Good curveball. Morley out in front. Now down 0-2. Hard throwing Chase Wettstein. Fooled the hitter with a breaking ball. Good pitch. No balls and 2 strikes. This curveball was a good one, but broke a little too much and missed the outside corner. Started up and in, had a lot of bite to it, little too much. 1-2 the count and the pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Number 3 for Wettstein in relief of Carson Hurst. Canyon James at the plate. Hit the ball very hard last time up. Lined out to the shortstop, McGarity. Runner at first, and a pitch is up high. Jude Smith drew the walk. And James trying to bring him around. He's able to keep the inning alive. Kaviris will bat next. Chopper into right field, a base hit. Smith will stop at second. The ball gets away. Both runners will advance. Smith around third. He stumbles, and he will get up and hold up at third. Tough break for the Conquerors. The ball got away. Credit James with a base hit. An error on the right fielder allowed both runners to advance. Smith stumbled around third. He would have scored, but the Conquerors do have 2 men in scoring position for the catcher, E.J. Kaviris. James takes second as the ball got past Ellis out in right field. 2 on, 2 out. Kaviris at the plate. He has struck out and walked. A lot of room in the outfield. And a pitch is missed. No balls and a strike. Left fielder Colby Mullaney near the line. Gaps in both right center and left center. Swing and a miss, strike two. Hodges playing straight away, pretty much directly behind the second base bag. All four infielders back looking to knock the ball down. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll retire the side. Wetstein strikes out the side. 4 overall. Conquerors get a hit and a walk and leave 2. And we go to the top of the 7th. Episcopal 3, Trinity nothing. There's a new man on the mound for the Conquerors, number 26, freshman Xavier Cobb, now doing the pitching for Trinity. Dylan Siegbert, 2 2/3 innings. He allowed 1 earned run, 3 hits. He walked 5 and struck out 1. 3-0 in favor of the Episcopal Eagles as we go to the top of the 7th. Cab McIver, Luke Shanahan, and Clayton Hodges are the scheduled hitters. See if we can get you the numbers on Xavier Cobb. He's had some limited action on the mound. This is not his first appearance, however. He has pitched an inning and a third so far. He has a record of no wins and 1 loss, 3 earned runs, and he's walked 2 men. He will face hitters 5, 6, and 7, and Cab McIver will lead it off for Episcopal. He is nothing out of 2, but he did walk in the 3rd inning. "3-0 in favor of Episcopal as we go to the 7th. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th, Anthony Bucci, Preston Mansfield, and Matt Luxembourg will lead things off for the Conquerors. McIver digs in, facing Xavier Cobb in his first inning of work today. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop, Jaden Rivera. Charges in, another strong throw for the out. Rivera's made a few plays just like that today. Been involved in 1 double play as well. 1 away. Brings up the second baseman, Luke Shanahan. 0 for 2, he walked his last time up. So Cobb, 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and away. The 1-0 to Shanahan is fouled off. Evens it up at a ball and a strike. Freshman Xavier Cobb doing the pitching now for the Conquerors. Canyon James started. Dylan Siegbert came in relief, and now Cobb, the 3rd man on the mound for Coach Jeff Martin. This one in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Cubs lead Seattle 10-2 now in the 7th. Team USA about 20 minutes from their first game of the 2017 World Baseball Classic. And the pitch from Cobb is a good curveball in there for a strike. Now we're going to see if that starting lineup for Team USA is available. I'm looking on worldbaseballclassic.com. And the pitch from Cobb is fouled off. Shanahan had a good rip. Fouled it straight back. He was right on that one. And no lineup yet available for Team USA, but Chris Archer will be the starting pitcher. And this one is pulled foul down the right side. Quintana will be on the mound for Columbia. Cobb with the 0-2. Ground ball toward the second baseman, Smith, and he throws to first in time. So the first two men go down, and Clayton Hodges at the plate. He is grounded to short, popped up to the catcher, Caveras, on a fabulous running play over near the dugout, and he popped up to the shortstop his last time. Venezuela and Peru, the later game tonight down in Miami. And Cobb's first pitch is grounded towards Mansfield. Picks it up, throws to first in time. Seven-pitch inning for Xavier Cobb, and he gets the Eagles down in order. But the Conquerors, one last chance. They need three as we go to the bottom of the seventh. Conquerors trail 3-0. Chase Wetstein on the mound for Episcopal. If he can close this one out, he will pick up the save in relief of Carson Hurst, who right now stands as the winning pitcher. Wetstein has gone 2 innings. He's walked 2 and he's struck out 4, and he's allowed just 1 hit. He will face Anthony Bucci, Preston Mansfield, and Matt Luxembourg. If anybody gets on, Jaden Rivera, and then the top of the order. Anthony Bucci, the Conquerors left fielder, getting set to lead things off. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded to the shortstop, McGarity. Conquerors need a couple of base runners to bring the tying run to the plate. They've met up with some very good Episcopal pitching this afternoon. Hurst and Wetstein have combined for 6 shutout innings of 3-hit ball. Conquerors have had a couple of well-hit balls go right at some Eagles defenders. So when they have hit the ball hard, they just haven't been able to catch a break. Anthony Bucci will lead things off. Chase Wetstein on the mound trying to pick up a save. And the first pitch to Bucci. Breaking ball that stays up a bit too high for ball 1. And the pitch is missed outside, ball 2. Cleveland 5, San Francisco 3 in the 7th. White Sox over Milwaukee 2-0 in the 7th in spring training action. And a swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike on Bucci. Padres lead the Angels 4-2 in the 9th. Arizona 6, Milwaukee 3 in the ninth. This one misses inside for ball 3. Good take by Bucci. As we said, the Conquerors need a couple of base runners. The 3-1 is inside, and there's the first base runner. So let's see if the Conquerors can mount a rally. Preston Mansfield at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Wettstein got him in the 5th on a terrific breaking ball that froze the hitter. But a chance at redemption for the third baseman. Runner at first, nobody out. Wettstein works from the stretch. And this one's up high. Bucci with a cautious lead as his team trails by 3. Sun's now bearing down, and Wettstein's looking almost directly into it. And a pitch into shallow center field, and it drops down for a hit. Bucci had to hold up to make sure the ball wasn't caught, but everybody is safe, and the Conquerors do have their 2 base runners. Potential tying run is at the plate. Second hit allowed off Wettstein. Matt Luxembourg at the plate. He's 0 for 1. He drew a walk his last time up, and Coach DeSembrino out to the mound. No action in Episcopal's bullpen. Nobody else heading out. So it looks like just a little defensive strategy discussion out on the mound as Luxembourg gets ready to step up. Cubs lead Seattle 10-6 now in the bottom of the 8th. Cleveland 7, San Francisco 5 in the 8th. Milwaukee has now taken a 3-2 lead over the White Sox. That game in the 9th inning. Luxembourg trying to advance a runner, maybe bring somebody home. Corner infielders charge, a throw back to second, and Bucci back just in time. That looked like a called play. First baseman Nicholson charging hard, and now after a discussion there's a balk called, and Coach Mike DeSembrino wants to know what happened. Bucci just did get back in ahead of the tag, but either way, a balk is called, and Bucci will advance to third, Mansfield to second. And not only did the Conquerors have 2 men in scoring position now, but the force out has been taken away. Luxembourg with a chance to drive home at least 1, maybe 2. And a meeting at the mound once again to see what the defense is going to do. Second and third, nobody out. Jaden Rivera waiting on deck. He's hit the ball hard a couple of times. 1 for 2. So after discussion, the call will stand. The balk on Wettstein will put runners at second and third. No pitch thrown to Luxembourg. So he's up there with a fresh count. Conquerors threatening here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Luxembourg. High pop foul right over my head and out of play. Luxembourg needs to get the ball in play for possibly 1, through the infield for 2. Eagles look like they're going to give up the run and try to get the out at first on a ground ball to the infield. And the pitch. High pop foul out of play, and Luxie in a hole, 0-2. So Wettstein throws hard, but he's shown a pretty good breaking ball his 2+ innings so far today. Luxembourg needs to look fastball and adjust, and the 0-2 pitch fouled off once again. Good job by the youngster to stay alive. So no balls, 2 strikes still to count on Matt Luxembourg. Anthony Bucci led off the inning with a walk. Mansfield singled him to second. A balk advanced both runners. That's where we stand right now. Again, the Eagles infield is back looking for an out. Leading by 3, and a pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 1. 5th strikeout for Chase Wettstein, and that was a big one. Jaden Rivera singled to center. Hit a really hard ground ball for a double play his last time up. 2 men in scoring position. Rivera waits for the first pitch, and it's downstairs for ball 1. Davis, the leadoff man, on deck. And the 1-0 fouled off. Count even at a ball and a strike. Seattle has pulled 2 runs closer to the Cubs, 10-8 in the bottom of the 8th. Inside the park home run from Luis Liberato has pulled the Mariners to within 2. And a pitch to Rivera. Off the fists, and it stays in play, and Nicholson is there for out number 2. 2 down, Fred Davis at the plate for the Conquerors. Good start to the inning, but now Wettstein just 1 out away from notching the save. Jude Smith on deck, hoping to get an opportunity. Long fly ball into left center field. 2 men giving chase. It is down, and that's going to score 2 runs. Bucci and Mansfield score. Davis around third. He's going to try to score. The throw to the plate. It is not in time, and it's an inside the park home run for Fred Davis. A 3-run inside the park home run, and we are tied at 3. Fred Davis using his speed, beating the relay throw. Bucci and Mansfield score ahead, and the Conquerors have come back to tie it. Excitement here at Trinity's Ball Yard. Jude Smith at the plate. We are tied at 3, and this one is up and in for ball 1. Fred Davis using his speed, circling the bases. And the pitch to Smith is low and inside, ball 2. Throw to the plate, little bit off the mark. Davis avoided the tag, scored the tying run. And a pitch, swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike on Smith. He walked his only time up. Defensive replacement for Sigley earlier in the ball game. It's a brand new ball game, and the pitch. Beautiful curveball in there for a strike. Bucci led off with a walk. Mansfield followed with a single after 2 outs. Davis, the 3-run inside the park home run, tied the game. Ground ball toward the third baseman. Smith hustling down the line, and he will beat the throw. McIver came in, charged, made a good throw, but Smith outran it, and the Conquerors have the potential winning run on base. And now with a timeout, Coach Martin has a chance to talk to Jude Smith, the runner at first, and the new hitter Sandy Morley, and we're going to have a pitching change. Wettstein goes 2 2/3 innings. He struck out 5, he walked 2, allowed 3 hits and 3 earned runs here in the 7th. We're trying to get a look and see who the young man on the mound is. Number 16, Adam Smith, now on for the Eagles. Wettstein is responsible for the runner at first. Sandy Morley waiting his turn at the plate. He has gone down 3 times today. White Sox have retaken the lead over Milwaukee, 4-3, still batting in the top of the 9th. Cleveland and San Francisco, Indians lead 7-5. Baltimore and Boston just about ready to get underway, as is Team USA. So we'll check WorldBaseballClassic.com again to see if the starting lineup has been posted yet. It's just a few minutes away from action. Still nothing showing up yet. And now there comes a lineup. Ian Kinsler, Adam Jones, Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt, Buster Posey, Giancarlo Stanton playing in front of his home team crowd down in Miami. Murphy the DH, Andrew McCutchen in left, and Brandon Crawford, the Giants shortstop, will bat 9th. Chris Archer will be the pitcher. And of course, we'll let you know what's going on as much as we can, as long as they're still with you, because right now the Conquerors have tied the game. They can push across Jude Smith, that'll do it. If not, we're going extra innings. Smith, the runner at first, an infield single, and this pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Fred Davis using his bat and his legs to tie up the ball game. No sign of him slowing down at third base. Swing and a miss, runner's going, throw down to second is not in time. So the potential winning run is now at second base, and a 1-1 count on Sandy Morley. A ball through the infield with 2 outs could win the game for the Conquerors. And a meeting at the plate, Coach DeSembrino. A little discussion now, and Coach Martin's able to talk things over again with Sandy Morley. He has an opportunity to win the ball game. Carson Hurst, though, can no longer win it. He did a fantastic job. Chase Wettstein pitched very well in relief, but the Conquerors rallied here in the 7th. That potential winning run standing at second base. Probably a mid-sized lead for Jude Smith, but he can run. Here's the pitch into dirt, and a good block by the catcher, Caden McGarity, to keep Smith at second base. Two balls and a strike, and a pitch. Chopper, foul down the left side. If that ball had stayed fair, this game would be over. But it's 2-2 on Morley. So now Adam Smith with a chance to get out of this inning. Give his team an opportunity in the 8th. Two balls, 2 strikes. Sandy Morley at the plate, looking to make some solid contact, get one through the infield, and this is a chopper again, foul down the left side. Infield is back. Their job is to knock it down, make sure that run does not score, get the out if at all possible. Outfield arms will be throwing home. Now a bigger lead for Smith off second. McGarity pulls over to hold him on, and a turn and a look and nothing going on. Luke Shanahan pulled closer to the bag. He's the second baseman, so a wide open hole on the right side and the left side of the infield. This pitch down in the dirt. Smith will take third. And the winning run is 90 feet away. And now Jude Smith looking for any opportunity at all. Ball in the dirt. Morley, good speed, good chance to beat out a slow roller. Either way, he's going to win the ball game for the Conquerors. Adam Smith, full count. Here's the pitch to Morley. Swing and a miss. And that'll retire the side. Morley taking nothing for granted. He was hustling in case that ball hit the dirt, but McGarity held on, and we are going extra innings. A 3-run inside the park home run from Fred Davis, and the Conquerors have tied it up at 3 after 7. Extra innings at Trinity Christian Academy as the Conquerors rallied for 3 to tie up the ball game, and Xavier Cobb and Adam Smith now the pitchers of record. Cobb had a very easy inning in the top of the 7th, got 3 outs on 7 pitches. He will face, well, Wettstein's a scheduled hitter, but let's see who comes up to lead it off. Davis Ellis batting second, Connor McGarity due up third. Adam Smith relieved Wettstein in the bottom of the 7th. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Carson Hurst has grabbed a bat to re-enter. He will bat for Smith. That is number 28, Carson Hurst. He singled, walked, and scored a run. Hit the ball hard in the 2nd inning. And he's leading off here in the top of the 8th. Xavier Cobb on the mound. Here's the first pitch. A little bit high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. And this one misses up high, ball 2. Conquerors defense looking right into the sun. That's an advantage to the hitter. Sun is behind the hitter. And here is the pitch. Upstairs, ball 3. Davis Ellis waits on deck. Cobb behind in the count, 3-0. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Three balls and a strike. And the pitch from Cobb, up high, ball 4. First base runner that Cobb has allowed. And a leadoff man is on for the right fielder, Davis Ellis. 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounded to third his last time up. Hurst has stolen 3 bases already today, and a big lead. Throw over to first, up high. What a good job by Morley to pull it in. And the pitch squares around, bunts. Cobb's only play will be to first, and he will get the out. But Ellis does his job advancing the runner on the sacrifice bunt. So potential go-ahead run in scoring position, one away. Connor McGarity has had 3 hits already today. He's scored twice as well. Carson Hurst re-entered as a pinch hitter, drew a walk, and he's standing at second. 1 out. Cobb from the stretch for the first time today. Good lead from Hurst. And the pitch. Slow roller towards third. Mansfield ranges over, throws to first, off the mark, but the tag is applied. Morley with the nice play on the first base side. It's 2 outs. In addition, Hurst had to hold up, so he stays at second. Caden McGarity at the plate. And the pitch in the dirt. Ball gets away. Let's check that. McGarity not at the plate. We'll record the wild pitch that allows Hurst to take third. That is Adam Smith at the plate. So there was a double switch apparently in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch is chopped towards third. Mansfield right there. Throw to first is high, but Morley comes down on the bag and applies a tag anyway, and that'll do it for the top of the 8th. Leadoff man gets aboard, but the Conquerors make sure he does not score, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-3 tie. Conquerors need 1 to win. Bottom of the 8th, Canyon James will lead it off. James has hit the ball hard a couple of times. He is 1 out of 3, lined hard to the shortstop. Got that base hit in the bottom of the 6th. He's also popped up. He was a starting pitcher, but he was also listed as a designated hitter. So he's still in the batting order, the cleanup man for the Conquerors, leading off the bottom of the 8th. And the first pitch from Adam Smith is in there for a strike. Ball game down in Miami, now underway. And here is the pitch to James, and this one misses inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Canyon James trying to get a rally started to possibly win the ball game for the Conquerors, and he takes ball 2. Nobody left on the Conquerors bench. Two balls and a strike. The pitch swung on and missed. James out in front of that one, and now the count is even at 2-2. Eagles got single runs in the 3rd, 4th, and 6th. The Conquerors all 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and that is out number 1 here in the 8th. E.J. Caveras at the dish. He's gone down on strikes twice. He's walked once. One out here in the bottom of the 8th. And the first pitch down and away for ball 1. We'll have a recap of this game up later tonight on TCABaseballJacks.com. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Again, go to TCABaseballJacks.com. Go to TCABaseballJacks.com. Conquerors on third. He'll be trying to score if the ball gets away. And the pitch. Chopper foul. 0-1. Luxembourg 0 for 2. He has walked once. Just needs to make some good, solid contact. Time call as Coach Martin will talk with his young right fielder. Bases are loaded. One man is out. Adam Smith trying to get out of a jam. Send this game to a 9th inning. Jaden Rivera waits a turn on deck. No balls and a strike to the right fielder, Matt Luxembourg. Smith working from the stretch with the bases loaded. And the pitch. Called strike 2. Smith wanting to make sure that Severus doesn't get a couple of extra steps on a windup. So he's working from the stretch and he's ahead of the count. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That is out number 2. That base hit into center field from Mansfield. Held up long enough for Coach Martin to make sure the ball had to get down. He had to hold Severus at third. 2 outs. Jaden Rivera at the plate. Bases loaded. The pitch. Into dirt and blocked by McGarity. Rivera, 1 out of 3. Hit the ball hard twice. Ahead in the count, 1-0. Pitch from Smith. Called on the outside corner. Conquerors fans not happy with the call, but it's 1-1. Sun has gotten behind the trees, so the field not looking into the sun anymore. Swing and a miss. Rivera might have chased one upstairs. 1-2. This will be the last batter of the inning. Either a run will score to end it, or we'll go to the 9th. So nobody in the on-deck circle. 1-2 to Rivera. Chopper towards first. That is going to be played by the first baseman, Nicholson. The ball took a funny hop on him, but he held on. And the Conquerors load the bases, but do not score. We're going to the 9th, tied at 3. And we're back at Trinity Christian Academy. There's a discussion on the first base side. We are well past the time limit, but we are tied as we are scheduled to go to the 9th inning. And the discussion is whether we keep playing or not. The Conquerors have taken the field. And it looks like we're going to have inning number 9. Hey, it's Friday night. No school tomorrow for these young men. Let's play ball. There is a 2-hour time limit in junior varsity, but it's a tie score in extra innings and no school tomorrow. So the coaches got together with the umpiring crew and decided to play on. Single runs in the 3rd, 4th, and 6th innings for Episcopal. 3 in the bottom of the 7th, the big blow. Fred Davis, 3-run inside the park home run. That's the reason we're still playing. Xavier Cobb has gone 2 scoreless innings so far. He's walked 1 man, but not allowed anything else. Episcopal did get that runner to third in the 8th, but he was stranded there. A couple of ground balls to the third baseman Mansfield ended that inning. The lights have not been turned on. It is starting to darken some as the sun has gone down behind the trees over on the west side of the field. So we'll see if the lights come on. Varsity Conquerors 40 minutes away from their game at West Orange down in Orlando. Team USA comes to bat in the bottom of the first. Columbia did not score. Nolan Arenado is batting with 2 outs. Right here, it's a 3-3 ball game as we go to the top of the 9th. Xavier Cobb will face 3, 4, and 5. Colby Mullaney, Nolan Nicholson, and Cab McIver. Mullaney is 2 for 2. He's also walked twice and driven in a run. Good day at the plate for the Eagles left fielder. And speaking of Eagles, Trinity Baptist College Eagles has a doubleheader right here on this same field tomorrow starting at 12 noon. First pitch is a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. That is against the Screaming Eagles of Toccoa Falls College, and we'll bring it to you on tbceagles.com's live stream. And the pitch misses up high, ball 2. Cobb had a 7-pitch 7th inning. Walked the leadoff man in the 8th, but then got 3 outs. Conquerors had bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, but did not score. 3 balls, no strikes to Mullaney. And Cobb with the 3-0 pitch. This one misses for ball 4, and again, Episcopal has a leadoff man aboard. Nolan Nicholson made a nice play on that last chopper off the bat of Rivera. It was headed toward him. It took a hop, moved sharply to his left, but he stayed with it and got the out unassisted. He is 1 for 3. He's been hit by a pitch, and he singled. Runner at first is Colby Mullaney. And the pitch is a little bit outside for ball 1. Lights still not come on yet. It is starting to get a little dark. Move the clocks ahead tomorrow night. That'll give us an extra hour of daylight, but not tonight. And a pitch, square around the bunt. Cobb will throw to first. 1 away. Both teams using the sacrifice bunt very well this afternoon, and this puts the potential lead run at second base. 1 out for the third baseman, Cab McIver. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. Grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. Mullaney at second, 1 out. Top of the 9th, and the pitch. 1 hopper towards Smith. He makes the play, looks to first for the out. Runner advances to third, but Cobb has 2 men out. Luke Shanahan steps up. Left-handed hitter. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. This one misses a little bit outside for ball 1. Cobb from the stretch with a runner at third, and the pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Clayton Hodges in the on-deck circle. USA did not score in the first, so scoreless down in Miami. Top of the second as Columbia comes to bat. And a pitch. Outside, ball 3. Cobb fell behind Mullaney and walked him on 4 pitches to open the inning. And a balk called on Xavier Cobb as he dropped the ball, and that's going to force home a run. Shanahan stepped out of the box and talked to the umpire, who agreed that a balk did cause the run to score. So the Eagles lead now 4-3. Bases are empty. 3 balls, no strikes. And Morley coming in to talk with Cobb. So the walk has come around to hurt the Conquerors. Three balls, no strikes. The batter stepped out, talked to the umpire, who then called the balk. Conquerors fans not happy that the umpire allowed that to happen. And that is ball 4. Runner at first, 2 outs. Clayton Hodges at the plate. He is 0 for 4. 1 run is in, potential insurance run on at first base. And here is the pitch. Big lead off first. This one's in there for a strike. Cobb with a runner at first. Big lead from Shanahan. Throw to first. He's back in time. (4-3) in favor of the Eagles. Top of the 9th. Conquerors have come back once. We'll see if they can do it again. The pitch. High fly ball into right field. Smith coming in and has to reach back. He overran it a little, but reached back and made the play. Jude Smith in right field. Stays with it to retire the side. The Conquerors need 1 to tie and 2 to win as we go to the bottom of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Conquerors have already come back from a 3-run deficit in the 7th. They have an opportunity at the top of the order. Davis is due up. He'll be followed by Smith and Morley. A balk called in the top of the 9th allowed the go-ahead run to score. And Episcopal leads 4-3. Adam Smith on the mound for the Eagles. He now stands to win it if he can shut the door. Carson Hurst went 4 scoreless innings. Chase Wetstein, 2 2/3, served up with Parker, Fred Davis. And Adam Smith has come in since then. Kept the Conquerors off the scoreboard. Got out of a bases loaded jam in the bottom of the 8th. Got a strikeout and a ground out to retire the side without a run scoring. Smith on the mound. It's getting dark here at Trinity Christian Academy. Davis, a leadoff man. He's due up. He is 2 for 4 with 3 runs driven in. Throw down to second indicates that we are ready to start action here in the bottom of the 9th. Very good speed in Fred Davis. If he can get on, we'll see if Coach Martin can put his legs to work. Davis has a couple of hits today. Might be a little tough to see as it's getting dark, and the first pitch is downstairs for ball 1. Still no lights. If the Conquerors score 1, it'll be interesting to see what will happen if we'll have a 10th inning. And there's strike 1. Again, we're well past the time limit, but we are in extra innings. And the lights have not come on yet. And here is the pitch. Foul off to the right side, so 1-2. Of course, Adam Smith trying to make sure that dilemma doesn't even happen. Team USA batting in the bottom of the 2nd. No score against Colombia in the World Baseball Classic. 1-2 on Davis. Here is the pitch. Hit hard toward the shortstop, McGarity. One hop, throw to first, and 1 away. McGarity played the short hop very well and got the out at first. Eagles have played very good defensive baseball. They've committed just 1 error and have made some fine plays. Jude Smith singled his last time up. Stranded at third base. He is 1 out of 1. He also walked in the 6th. 1 away. Here's a pitch from Smith. And a beautiful curveball on the corner for strike 1. First, while we still have a chance, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to live stream through tcajax.org. Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau bringing you the action. This pitch is a curveball that just misses. Thank you to all the Episcopal fans for making the trip across the river, joining us here at Trinity Ball Yard. And the 1-1 is called strike 2 on the corner. Our next live stream will be girls varsity softball Tuesday night at 6:30 against Interlochen on tcajax.org. And the pitch. Curveball, this one just misses, and it clipped the hand of Jude Smith. He took his hand off the bat, got his fingers, and the Conquerors have the potential tying run aboard. That's the first Conqueror to be hit by a pitch. That could prove huge as he represents the possible tying run. Sandy Morley at the plate. He's had a tough afternoon. And the pitch. High fly ball just behind the infield. McGarity giving chase. That ball is down. Mullaney and McGarity might have had a little trouble with it. The throw into second, not in time. Again, it is getting dark, and the dirty baseball could be tough to see. Mullaney overran it. Very nearly had a force out at second base, but that's going to be a base hit for Sandy Morley. Advances the runner to second. Morley aboard at first. Canyon James at the plate. Tying run at second. Possible winning run at first. Swing and a miss. James pulled off of it. And he's down 0-1. James is 1 out of 4. And a look back towards second. And saying Adam Smith this inning, just saw the back of his jersey. This is number 10, Cab McIver on the mound. Again, it's getting dark. It's a little tough to see the gold numbers on the gray jerseys, but that is Cab McIver pitching for the Eagles. And here is the pitch. It is in the dirt. Both runners will advance. Nobody's covering, and now McIver gets to the plate. So now the tying run is at third and a possible winning run at second. 1 ball, 1 strike to Canyon James. Smith would still stand to be the winner. And they're going to put James aboard and keep that force out alive. So an intentional walk loads up the bases. Gives a force out at the plate, and all 4 infielders coming in. Chance to turn 2 as well. E.J. Conquerors with a big opportunity. Bases loaded, 1 out. Good contact will get at least 1 home. And now McIver trying to get out of this one. The pitch is outside, ball 1. Again, still no lights turned on. If we do go to a 10th inning, we'll see what happens. And McIver with the pitch. This one misses outside. Now with McIver heading to the mound, I have to see who the new third baseman is for Episcopal. (2-0) and a high drive into right field. That is going to get down. 1 run is going to score. It gets by the right fielder, Ellis. Here comes a potential winning run to the plate. It is not in time. The Conquerors win. And he dives back in and gets the plate. That is Sandy Morley. And the Conquerors win on a 2-run single from E.J. Conquerors. The Conquerors have come back twice late in this one. 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th, 2 here in the bottom of the 9th, and the Conquerors win this one 5-4. Xavier Cobb, the winning pitcher, benefits from this rally. Both of those rallies, to be exact. McIver takes a loss, and what a job by the Conquerors offense. They were stifled through 6 innings, but put 5 runs on the board, combined in the 7th and the 9th. A fantastic ball game here at Trinity Christian Academy. Thank you once again for tuning in, and all those Eagles fans who came over to watch this game. You witnessed a great one. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau on camera. Once again saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Christian Academy. Christian Academy.